Guys, what's up? So, welcome to the first video in the awk series in 4K. For those of you who don't know, who are new to awk, um, consider this as a text editor. Uh, I would call it one of the Swiss knives when it comes to editing text. So the basic function of awk, I would say, if I were to define it in a very layman term, that would be to search any file for any lines or any patterns or any other units of text, that has a certain patterns. And when that line matches one of those patterns, awk performs some specific actions on that line. And then it continues to process the line until it reaches the end of the input. A very textbook definition, but you know what, let's just get to some of the introduction which I had for you. So yeah, like I said, basic function is to search for the lines and perform some sort of actions on it. While the pointer has not reached the end of the file, awk will continue reading the file, and based on what pattern you're given, it will perform some sort of an action on it. And then again, awk is an interpreted language. Again, under the hood it runs C, so that's why it's kind of fast. And again, since I started using it extensively now, this has helped me in a lot of places to write a more readable bash script. So earlier I used to use cut, translate, and stuff like that. So awk has helped a lot in minimizing those things. So there's that. Again, the syntax for awk is pretty specific. So this again, in this video I'll just be covering some throwaway code that you can write on the fly. You can write complex awk programs as well in a file, just like you write Python, so that can be done as well. We'll cover that later. But yes, the simple thing that remains in throwaway code is you just specify a pattern, you specify the action, you specify the file name. One thing to notice here is that you can specify either the pattern or the action, but at least one of them needs to be there. Like you can specify the pattern and take no action on the file. That's okay, and you can take some action on the file and specify no pattern. That would be okay, but you cannot omit both of them. So at least one of them needs to stay. All right, I'm gonna put this up on GitHub anyway. For now, I am not sure if I have any of the data sets with me. You know what? Let's take this thing for example. Okay. So in many of the interviews, I have been asked, like they give me some sort of a file, a comma separated values, SSV tab separated values, something like that, and they just ask me that, hey, uh, tell me that some of the columns, if they are greater than, less than something. So okay, this is a thing where awk shines. Okay, even before using awk there, if I were to, if I was someone who did not know awk, how would I do that? In that case, then what I do is I do a cat. Okay, maybe I won't even need cat. What I do is I just do a cut minus delimiter, give the delimiter to be colon minus print f. This is 1 2 3, print third column. Okay, in the files /etc group, that's going to give me this. All right, and then if I had to find say all the values in the third column which are greater than 100, maybe, so again that would still be pathetic. Okay, I hate doing this, but okay, exargs, I'm just gonna give it a token, and then okay, might have to write an if condition. Okay, I'll say if my token is greater than 100, okay, colon, then echo the token fee, close the if condition. Okay, this is looking as convoluted as it can get. Okay, so yeah, like this is not readable. This is definitely not readable in any case. Like, you might be able to read it. I cannot. I simply cannot read this. Okay, so yeah, this is what I had to do if I did not know awk. Same thing. I know awk, so I will go with the same thing. Awk, we know we have to specify some pattern. I'll give the field separator here as the colon again. So by default, it takes space as the field separator, space or tabs, anything. But in this case, since group had colon, we're gonna give colon. Okay, and then yeah, like I said, you can specify, like you can skip either pattern or action. So you know what? Let's skip the pattern first. Let's just give it the action. It just needs to print the third column for me in that file slash etc slash group. Yep, it's giving the third column exactly. So this is where I used the action. Now you know what, I'm just gonna delete this and I'm just gonna print the pattern first. So I'm just gonna say if $3 is greater than 100, I'm just going to give the pattern. So by default, what action awk performs is it's going to print the entire line. So let's see, it should give me all the lines. Yep, all the lines which have the value greater than 100. I can even play around with this. I'll just say let's make it greater than 110, greater than 115. Oh, that works perfectly fine as well. So yeah, like you can see here, oops, control A. Like you can see here, the readability between these two lines of code is like way self-explanatory. So yeah, I prefer awk for writing like small throwaway commands. Ignore that group thing. This should not be here. Yeah, the small throwaway commands like this are pretty helpful in awk. And yeah, text processing is kind of super easy and super fast with this. So I think this is it for an introduction. I have a couple of resources for awk as well. I'll put them in the Git repo. The link is down below. You can go check it out. And yeah, maybe in the next lecture, the next video, we'll move to some of the more convoluted, some of the more complex awk programs. But yeah, this is good. Definitely a lot more readable than what I did here. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll be back.